Welcome back to Investing Easy. In this video, we're going to reveal the retirement plan of Matthias, a 30-year-old software engineer from Germany. We're going to see what works, what doesn't, and what he can do to tune up that plan so it's in good shape. And at the end of this video, we'll go over some key takeaways that can affect your retirement plan as well. Let's check it out. Matthias is 30 years old, and together with his girlfriend, they've been saving up and working hard in order to get FIRED. That's right, Financial Independence, Retire Early. You've probably heard that acronym before. You see, Matthias is good at his job, but what he really wants to do in his life is try his hand at craft beer making. But he has some worries and uncertainties about starting his own business in his 30s, especially given the high inflation rates that we've been seeing in Europe over the past couple of years. So he wants to understand what kind of lifestyle he could expect in the future, depending on the age that he retires early, as well as future different inflation rates. Can he pivot from a full-time career in code to a beer brewing bohemian? Let's simulate it to find out. Matthias has a life expectancy of about 80 years old, which is a long time from today, but because of his FIRE lifestyle goals, it won't be long before he starts needing to draw down a small amount of income in order to cover the cost of living from his savings and investments. So he has a conservative risk tolerance in order to reflect this timeline. Wise choice. Throughout their 20s, Matthias and his girlfriend have kept their spending under control as much as possible while working hard in order to save up a nest egg of around 600,000 euros. They're doing really good. And while they're still working full-time, they're able to contribute 10% of their annual salaries, in this case it's around 10,000 euros each, into their workplace pension schemes, which are matched one-to-one by their respective employers. Plus, they're putting an additional 24,000 euros per year each into their own personal savings and investments outside of those workplace pension schemes. Now, also, based on the current careers that they're on right now, they figure with their earnings going up over time, they will be able to increase their contributions to their savings and retirements around 4% year on year before they hit their FIRE lifestyle goal. Matthias is hoping that by the time he turns 35, they can switch to a FIRE lifestyle, in which case they will be trying to keep their expenses within 30,000 euros per year, split between the two of them. In Germany, this income would be taxed at around 23%, so they must take out more pre-tax in order to have that 30,000 as spending money. As always, there's a link in the description below for you to calculate your own tax rate. In this case, the link is for Germany. Now for the beer part. Matthias figures he can generate a modest income of around 10,000 euros per year from a small beer brewing business, and his girlfriend figures that she can generate around the same amount of net income, in her case through content creation and selling on Etsy. Because of the limited income that he will generate from part-time work, Matthias can expect German pension benefits of around 14,000 euros per year. That's for him and his girlfriend as well. In his case, starting at age 67. His partner is 2 years younger, so the age when we will put her benefits in will be 2 years later when Matthias is 69. In Germany, this income is indexed to inflation to account for cost of living increases. Thank God for that. So we've got all our inputs. Now for the big reveal. How soon can they achieve financial independence and retire early? Remember, Matthias will be drawing down income from his investment portfolio that could see lots of ups and downs, so we need to simulate to understand every year what could happen to those savings and investments over the years and decades that he's got his money in the markets. The simulation shows that if he runs his beer brewing business from age 35 to age 60, then he will have just over an 80% chance of not running out of money by his age of life expectancy. That's pretty good. But here's where it gets really interesting. If Matthias and his partner can each increase their net income from 10,000 to 15,000 euros per year, that means that they could fully retire when he reaches the age of 49 rather than age 60, cutting over a decade off of work, and still keep the same strong 80% probability of not running out of money. But what if the cost of living goes up? If their expenses increase from 30,000 to 36,000 euros per year, their chances of not running out of money drop from over 80% to only 50%, which is a massive drop. In order to counteract that, to get their chances back up to 80%, it would mean that they would each need to boost their income up to 20,000 euros per year to balance this out, balance the books and the probabilities to make sure that they have a good chance of not running out of money by their age of life expectancy. And there's more. So far, this analysis is based on a 3% average annual rate of inflation. Well, what if inflation is higher? If we use a rate of 4% per year, the numbers change massively. Looking back at his base case, where he's got 10,000 euros per year of net income and 30,000 euros per year of expenses, inflation will erode that nest egg much faster, giving them only a 37% chance of not running out of money by their age of life expectancy. That's even working to the age of 60. This changes everything. Inflation has such a big impact on your retirement plan that we're actually going to do a deep dive on this in a separate video to really get to the bottom of it. So watch for more. So what's the takeaway message here? Well, thanks to diligent saving and planning, Matthias and his partner are in a pretty good position to achieve financial independence and retire early in their mid-30s, provided that they stick to the planned budget and keep a close eye on their net income and expenses during that FIRE lifestyle. But he needs to be aware that inflation can throw off the plan quite a bit, even if his state pension benefits are indexed to inflation. That's because he doesn't start collecting those benefits until the age of 67. So between the age of 35 when he retires early until the age of 67 when he collects those inflation-adjusted benefits, he's exposed to over 3 decades of inflation risk. So it's important that Matthias keeps checking in on this plan each year to make sure that his expenses are in line with expectations, same with his income, and same for inflation rate. Otherwise, his plan could get thrown off quite a bit. I would recommend updating the numbers at least once a year. All right, we'll call it a wrap on Matthias's retirement plan. Leave a comment below if you think this retirement FIRE lifestyle sounds exciting, sounds intimidating. Either way, let me know what you think, and don't forget to like and subscribe to support the channel so we can keep helping you make investing easy. We'll see you next time.